At this point in time, DSW1 is the active forwarder for the devices in VLAN 10. And DSW2 is standby. Let's examine that. Show standby. There we go. DSW1's active. And if we look at DSW2, show standby, it is in the standby state. So this is for group 10. We now want to set up HSRP for group 20, which is going to be associated with VLAN 20, so the subnet 10.1.1.64/26. So in order to do so, we'll go to interface VLAN 20. Interface VLAN 20. We're going to say standby, and this is going to be group 20. Now, remember, this does not have to match this. But for my sanity, I make it match. So that way there, when I'm looking at documentation or I'm reviewing the configuration, I have an idea that standby 20, group 20 is associated with VLAN 20, and that is the 10.1.1.64/26 subnet. So the IP in this case is going to be, let's go with 10.1.1. The very last IP address is going to be 10.1.1.27 in that subnet, so 126. So that's our standby IP. So standby 20, we will say priority is going to be 110 in this example, and we want preemption enabled. So we should see DSW2 become the active forwarder right now for group 20. While that is happening, let's go over to DSW1 and configure interface VLAN 20 there. So standby 20 IP 10.1.1.126. Standby 20 priority. We'll leave it at 100. So I don't have to put in this command because it defaults to 100. So standby 20 preempt, because preemption should always be on. There's no reason to have it off. Let's keep it on. And let's go back to DSW2, and we'll see here that DSW2 is active for group 20. And DSW1 should have promoted itself to standby now for group 20. So if we examine now the output of show standby, we will see both group 10 listed in this output now. So group 10's at the top here. And if we scroll down, we'll see group 20's listed. So we're active for group 10. We are standby for group 20. DSW2 should be the reverse of that. Show standby. We see that we are standby for group 10, and we are active for group 20. And one last verification. Does that match up with spanning tree protocol? Show span for VLAN 10. Perfect. This is the root bridge. Let's look at show span for VLAN 20 on DSW1. It looks like we have a priority of 28,672, and that was accomplished by typing in the spanning tree VLAN 20 root secondary command. So we should be the secondary root bridge. There's no way to verify that 100% unless we look at every single switch for VLAN 20 and identify their priority. But we should be, based on the configuration of spanning tree VLAN 20 root secondary. If we look at show span for VLAN 20 on DSW2, we see that it is the root bridge for VLAN 20, so that maps perfectly with our active forwarder. And then show span for VLAN 10. Let's do that one. What do we see here? We see that it has, a value of 4,096. And the current root bridge is VLAN, the current root bridge is DSW1, and it has a priority of 0 plus 10 to give it a value of 10. So perfect. This is more than likely our secondary root bridge as well. So all traffic right now for VLAN 10 is going through DSW1, and all traffic for VLAN 20 will go through DSW2.